Is that the perma camo on the Midway showing? Oh,
Yes.
damn, those planes look nice with that camo.
There we go. It takes a while to find the right combo to break the camera free.
Pretty good matchmaking as far as I could tell.
God, I love the human centipede that Wargaming does with these planes at the end. It's like, we'll just toss them all in. Here you go. USS Hornet, probably tomorrow. I totally don't know the answer to that question.
Yeah, it's coming out tomorrow.
How do you know that?
Insider information.
Oh, okay then.
Let's
In other
put it
words,
that way. I don't want to breach his NDA, but in the premium store on the Asia server, you can buy it.
what?
Oh, how much?
I don't know. I'd need to log in to see it.
12,500 doubloons.
Okay, okay. Hey, Psycho, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Alright, Big O, you got yourself in the Olin's anti-air, which is, I mean, it's an Olin, so whatever. Oh, look, in Atlanta. I'm sure that's what you want to see as a Midway carrier.
Atlanta?
What do you see in Atlanta says? How much have you been drinking?
Oh, that's in
Yeah.
Alaska, I'm sorry. I've been drinking that much.
Are you sure about that?
I mean,
Yeah, and I haven't been smoking that much catnip.
Those are Tiny Tims you're using, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that's one thing I don't like about the USN carriers. It's like, it's a huge delay between launching the attack and
Yeah.
the rockets hitting,
yep.
and the reticle is
Now
It's big.
I have heard that people prefer the HVARs over the Tiny Tims partly because of that, right?
Yeah, I'm
I
starting
would
to
say
realize that now, too.
ever since the change to the rocket reticles when they made this, I think it's much easier to hit with the HVRs because
Right.
they have a shorter delay than the Tiny Tims have.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Still not as fast. Still not as fast as Parsifals.
Hmm.
It's like 5.5 seconds, I think, for Tiny Tims and around 4 for the HVRs. Obviously, the Tiny Tims do so much more damage, but if you want to use them against
Oof.
more maneuverable targets, oh my god.
You dropped on the gearing, nothing there. I like that now. With the Hornet and soon to be Yorktown in the game, you can now have all 3 Yorktown sisters in your game. Sharky, yes!
Wait. When's Yorktown coming out? And what year?
Yorktown's the tech tree ship.
Oh, that's the support carrier?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Timberwolf, are you here?
If Kearsarge could take HVAR, I would seriously consider getting her. Dude, just get her anyways. Come on, it's Kearsarge.
I would put one big quotation marks on that soon for the Yorktown there.
Ah.
That might take a while.
Well, it's support carriers, and I mean, let's be real. Wargaming has the ideas for their gimmicks, and one of their gimmicks got slapped back to the drawing board. So, yeah, that's true. And I mean slap.
Yeah, that didn't take them long, right? That was within less than a week where they backpedaled.
Well, you know
because
what?
of the-
Let's be real, Grunty. Wargaming could have said we're doing it anyways, but they didn't. And
Oh yeah, of course they could.
you gotta give props to Wargaming for recognizing, hey, this isn't working the way we thought it would. Cool.
Hey, Zod, real quick.
mean,
yes, Hindenburg is amazing.
I give him props for that, but known how much RD that stunts and such involved of tanks is hated, they could have had this idea that it doesn't work and will be hated before even trying it.
Okay, now right here, I want to mention this. You could have actually dropped a fighter earlier. You waited until you're in the Hargumos anti-air, which is oof. I think earlier dropping a fighter would have been great because then you keep the Kerfer spotted. You waited a little bit there. Hargrim was going to tear that up one way or the other. No, so thanks for the follow.
The fighter planes just don't last very long.
No, they don't.
They have very, very little hit points. Yeah. Look at that reticle, how wide it is, and how the torps spread out compared to what I had in
it's
the
clearly
Eagle.
a little off. Big brain time.
I'd go so far and say it's much harder to hit 6 torpedoes on the Midway than it is to hit all of the torps in the Audacious. Like, yeah, if a battleship is very slow and doesn't maneuver much, you get it. But look, even here on the Kurfürst, you miss one.
Ah, you
And
were
that drop looked very, very good.
you were just in the
It's-
Hanover, huh?
It's a lot of personal preference, though. People who love the Midway, and there are lots of them out there,
Yeah.
they will probably like the United States much more than they will like the Eagle.
Hmm.
I'm just not one of these people.
So I personally did really well with the Midway. I think the United States, it would take a while, but I could make it work. Why didn't you drop on the gearing there? You had a really good chance. Why didn't you drop on the gearing?
Yeah, that would have been
Because the
opportunity.
GK had upped his DCP.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're farming damage instead of getting important stuff out of the destroyer.
Ah, no fires. Sadness. What's up, Wasted? Alright, another try to get a fire going on the Kurfürst. No fire. Working on US and Germany at the moment. Out
No
of those
fire.
two lines, what would be some ships to keep? Tier 7. Zod, are you talking about carriers or are you talking about cruisers?
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
And how you doing, Cole? Giveaway going, guys. Exclamation point ticket gets you in a date with Kitten or a code. Personally, I take the code, but that's just me.
So here's the thing with my philosophy of CV games. You're going for the pretty much flank that is lost there. I'm more of a fan of going for the side that is actually winning, because that frees up all your ships that are there to help you with that side too. Whereas here you're
Okay.
pretty much alone, and there's not much you can do. Like, yeah, you can farm the Kurfürst again. But if you actually freed up your ships from B to help you, I think that would be more beneficial.
Instead of going straight into the group of A. So, yeah, I mean, the thing is, Big O is at the point where he could go either way. I like to use carriers against the side that's strong, that's pushing my particular flank. I don't know what we're seeing right now. I mean, Alpha Cap is capped, but they're not really pushing. Zod is all
Either we
cruising.
at sea.
So-
we had more there.
Zod. All you have to do to claim, by the way, is post in chat, dude. U.S. and Germany lines at the moment. What ships keep tier 7 through 10? So if you're cruising up the German line, if you don't have the Prince Eugen, then pick the Hipper to keep. Otherwise, Hindenburg at tier 10 is fantastic cruiser-wise. Battleship-wise, I would keep the Gneisenau now for Narai. Bismarck is okay. FDG is okay. Preußen is great. I would keep the Preußen. And destroyer-wise, I would keep all of them, frankly. I mean, the German
No
destroyers
point
are
keeping-
fantastic.
No point keeping the C-23, to be honest.
Okay, at tier 8, the Z-23, sure, drop the Z-23. Now, for Americans, all of the destroyers, honestly, all of them are great. Cruiser-wise, you keep the Cleveland at tier 8. Helena at tier 7 is good. At tier 9, you could keep the Buffalo, it's okay. Worcester at tier 10, absolutely keep. What was that drop?
Me trying to get them turned to the side so Harabumo can pick them up, which he does.
See, I like the setup dropping from the front to force them going, but then you have to do the second drop from the side. The recoil
Right.
was the mistake here.
Right, exactly, yeah,
Right.
that's the point I was getting at, yes.
The first drop was perfectly okay to keep them straight lining, but the recoil was pointless. Because now you drop the rockets up from the front again, which is not great with the reticle how it works. You pretty much always want to drop your rockets from the side. I just want to point out also, you probably wouldn't have this problem if you had that one drop onto that gearing instead of the Frederick with your dive bombers.
Problem with carriers, you have to be really cognizant of, well, everything.
You're pretty lucky that these two destroyers pushed there for no reason at all. If they had just retreated with the rest of the team there, you'd be in big time trouble team-wise, because these destroyers died basically for free now.
This let me put it to you this way: this match boils down to a real close one.
Hey,
Well,
Grunty, would you prefer one screen scroll or 3 tank scrolls?
Saint Scroll.
Alright. I gotta get the stream raiders going. Oh, it's a boss fight! Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Kitten, do we have any more of those special skins? Or are we at CC containers at this point?
We might.
What does that mean?
It means we might. Yes,
Oh.
we have one. Love of all that is holy.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, bring your best units into this boss fight.
Go,
Because
guys.
if you get the most kills, you get a special skin for Stream Raiders.
No, you don't.
What? What do you mean you don't?
No, you don't.
Oh, because Kitten's gonna get it for all of you. Is that what you're getting at?
Oh no, I just didn't feel like giving it out.
Good old blurred lines.
No, that's not blurred lines. That's word crimes.
This is blurred. What?
It's word crimes.
Thank you.
Oh,
also
it's
need
wheeled
to
out. Okay. Thanks,
You need to
Kitten.
try to maneuver your planes a little bit less while you do your attack runs to give your reticle a chance of shrinking. Especially
So-
with your rockets.
Okay, when it comes to maneuvering, TM Grunty, generally speaking, which is better? Using WASD or using your mouse? If you had to pick.
It depends on what nation you play. Usually you want to let your reticle shrink down and then maneuver. And it's you want to move as little as possible, which is easier to do with the mouse, because if you do it with your keyboard, you have a bigger input, which leads to overcorrections.
Requesting fire on the designated target.
Got it.
But ideally, you line up your drop perfectly right away. Don't maneuver your all. It's a bit of specialty with the dive bombers on the USN carriers. because you actually can maneuver them very tightly and very well after the reticle is shrunk down. And you want to do these tight 90-degree turns or whatever you're doing, you have to do those with your keyboard. You're not getting that done with the mouse alone.
Gotcha.
That's why I said it depends on what nations you play.
Sure.
But the USN ones are the only ones where this really works. The other ones you have to already align prior to the drop. Very nice of the Samagu to not try to dodge those torps.
I mean, yeah. Alright, Big O, here you go. Up against the Montana. Wow.
Like here, you see how his reticle stopped shrinking and went wider again? That's because he's correcting with the mouse.
Okay. So, should he be correcting with something else?
I think he shouldn't have corrected there at all until the reticle was shrunk.
Ah. Okay. Uh-oh. Our team depends upon you, Big O.
Fine.
Fine, he says. He says, fine.
Theoretically, he should not be able to win this game from this point.
Did not. But I do know that Montana DCP the 2 floods.
That doesn't
In other
matter,
words,
even you will kill it.
Big O
the
says-
Nakimov should be able to kill you better than you kill him.
Big O says, challenge accepted. Now, you're really lucky. This Montana turned exactly into your drop. What the hell is this BS? Like, I didn't have this when I played.
Fires later.
The Nakimov is also... I guess he's trying to drop on you now.
Kidding, I might have to go to the bathroom soon myself. This is ridiculous. Chat, what do you guys think? YouTube worthy? If so, what skill level is Bigolandrew exerting here?
I'd say intermediate because there's some mistakes I could have not done. And then, but yeah, definitely YouTube worthy, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Well, you're the one that sent the replay in.
That Nakimov is definitely making mistakes here. Like, he's dropping from the wrong side with his skip bombers. Like, why is he dropping from the inside where the rock is instead of from the outside?
And how would you guys title this game at this point? Oh my god. Hey, Rob. I
You're
mean...
winning this, aren't you? You're gonna kill him because he has no clue what he's doing.
Russian bias, right?
Sure.
See, that's another thing I don't like about the Tiny Tims. Is that there's so few of them, and once you get the whole flight to hit, it's good.
I mean, I could be wrong, but isn't that a balancing factor?
Yeah, it's a balance. In fact, you get more with the HVRs. Tiny Tims, you get less, but they have more damage, they have a higher fire chance, and they have higher penetration.
What is the song? I have no idea, Cthulhu. I really don't.
Why is this Nakimov still coming from this side? I don't get it.
He should have tried, or he should have made his way to A and held it down. That way, when I went there, he could have used the secondaries on me.
Big hits there.
He just let you cap this completely for free. Like, there was no other targets, and he failed to do a single point of damage to reset you within the whole minute you were capping.
I love how it's carrier on carrier action at this point. Perfect, Frost Mage. Thanks for the follow. Now you're gonna win on simple points because you've got 2 caps.
He's gotta kill it, yeah.
Why?
Pretty sure.
1 minute to go. Less than a minute to go.
These tops are...
Because they all arm and he goes right in front of them.
And there's the kill. Okay.
And I did not realize that was a perma-flood.
Nicely pulled
Sorry,
off
Cody.
against the carrier here. Those were good drops against it.
Yeah.